Hello YouTube, Nightcrawler here, back at you again with another video. In today's hot pot, I'm talking about Glass 2019. Now, Glass, in my eyes, was only an okay movie. There are problems like Bruce Willis and McAvoy's characters, David and Kevin, just being static most of it, the movie being slow as hell, and the soundtrack wasn't too memorable like Split was. But the ending, though, contrary to what a lot of people thought when it came out, the ending wasn't that bad. Repeat the words I speak. The movie's third act starts pointing towards this huge showdown between David, Kevin, and Elijah, or the Overseer, the Beast, and Mr. Glass, at this big tower that the entire world will see go down. Sounds climatic, don't it? Doesn't it sound familiar too? This has been the basis for every superhero movie since they hit the big screens, and continued when Robert Downey Jr. stepped out of that cave with armor made from a box of scraps. The villain and hero are supposed to fight at the most climax-worthy location that the directors can think of. It's supposed to be flashy, awesome, badass, visually great, damn near orgasmic for your eyes. Man of Steel is probably the best and worst example of this. Because, I mean, if destruction porn were a thing, that final battle is going to be in the hardcore section, along with both Godzilla 2014 and King of the Monsters. But at least they both made sense because, you know, giant fucking monsters. Or at least that's what we've been fed and told. Shyamalan pulls a sneaky on us like he was Stephen Ross, and has Elijah basically give us a breadcrumb trail saying that's how it's going to go down, but doesn't. Instead, Elijah has the real antagonist, Dr. Staple, think that's where they're going, and police are occupied there for an amount of time while David and the Beast duke it out. And they do. And while it may not be visually impressive, it fits the aesthetic and tone of this movie, depicting a comic book situation as realistic as possible. David isn't throwing the Beast 100 feet in the air. The Beast isn't throwing cars all over the place. The cameraman doesn't need super speed and flight to catch all of the footage. No, they're having a realistic fight between one another, with grappling and a few punches here and there. I mean, do you believe if you were David, you'd think, holy shit, we're about to fight like this is Batman versus Superman, yo, this is about to be epic, yo, alright, I'm about to throw him through a building, I'm about to use a corridor as a weapon, throw a ton of unnecessary dialogue during the fight, this is about to be dope. No, this is real life, and the fight between the two was actually good when you remember this isn't some big superhero film. This is supposedly put in real life. Now, while that part of the ending is great, what I admit isn't great is killing off all three of them. Elijah dying, okay, I can accept that. Makes sense considering the Beast now knows that their existence, or better yet his existence, is his fault, and the Beast wants to protect Kevin from the world. So, it makes sense that the Beast wouldn't, flinch killing Elijah. Kevin dying, now that is a little murky. But I thought to myself, Kevin's life will never be the same now, because even if he survived, he's going to be locked up for potentially a great amount of his life, even if Casey is present to defend him. And even if he doesn't get locked up and run away, he's going to be running away for the rest of his life, so it's not a good ending for him. So death kind of suited him, He was free of the Horde and the trouble they caused in the movie's timeline, and he felt at peace. Now David dying, this I didn't agree with. David was practically being written from Unbreakable for this moment. He defeats Elijah, as superheroes do with their villains, saves everyone, and also redeemed the character in his last moments as he unintentionally led him to the catalyst that created him. Imagine the reaction David would have to this. This moment will forever solidify in his mind that he is a protector of the people, and knowing that more people like him, Elijah and Kevin are out there, would be a motivator for him to do more good. But no, he dies from a puddle. Now, this was actually bittersweet to me. For one, it's a fucking puddle. Okay? It was a little puddle. A little sinkhole in the fucking ground. Come on now. But then the thought came into my head that, wait a second. This was supposed to be realistic. And sadly, in reality, the hero doesn't always get some badass death or to walk into the sunset with great music behind him. Sometimes you just die anticlimactically, and you have to get used to it. So on the second watch, sometime later down the road, David's death didn't really bother me that much anymore, because he didn't die without a climax. Everything that happened afterwards is what made it worth it. That's what helped me see it more clearly, that Elijah unintentionally didn't let David die without some sort of conclusion. Turns out Elijah recorded everything that happened when all three of them got out and uploaded it to the entirety of the internet. David helped prove that extraordinary people exist, and if that you are one of them, you should stop hiding. Now, I am going to rate this take of Glass being an okay ending lukewarm, because it's been a year since its release and not many people talk about this movie and the ending anymore. Come to think of it, talking about this movie probably won't give me a chance of view, so Still gonna upload it though. My final words on this are that sometimes your hero may not get the ending you wanted, or you may not get the final battle you waited to see. You know what? That's absolutely fine. Because in reality, getting a happy ending unfortunately just doesn't happen for a few. And unfortunately, this video has reached its mark where I am gonna end it. So if you did agree with this take, then like me covering it, subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads to give me a happy ending, unlike David and Kevin and Elijah and Dr. Staple. Yeah, please. I'm Nightcrawler. Peace out.